One day, living this ordinary life, I felt for the first time that I was alive. And if I was alive now, where was I before? Was I perhaps living dead or dead living? I feel like in life we can either be the drivers of our journey or having our journey driven by somebody or something else. For some, what drives them is money. For others, what drives them is looking down on a phone. For some, what drives them is surviving work. I finally realized I was done having my life driven by something. I decided to look for myself. I don't really know, but I feel like when we are not happy with our life situation, we just turn into this dead version of ourselves so we can ironically live through it. But being those dead, unconscious version of us just bring us to the worst decision of our lives. So sometimes if life is not showing its brighter side, it's time for us to wake up and start truly living. Wow, thank you so much for watching this film. And today I want to talk with you of how you can use the street videography to tell stories, how you can use the real life as a B-roll of your film or whatever creative thing you have to share. But the idea of the film started when for the first time I felt like I was alive. For the first time I was living my life truly, my whole life, my body, my soul, my mind, everything actively living, and that changed the way that I create. The way that I use the street videography to tell stories with the film is that I grabbed my camera and I went to a market in my city and I was looking into things that could give the message of life and death, such as raw meat, dead fish, and just give the uncomfortable vibe, the uncomfortable feeling. And I just hope that I achieved that. And part of this film also happened because I saw in myself things that I was able to see in other people, such as living your life for things such as money or maybe living your life for work. I was looking in the eyes of the characters I found in the street with my street videography, that feeling of intense work routine, just to bring it up that question of how you're living your life. I hope I made you really uncomfortable with this film. I was hoping to make something that make people feel, and the feeling can be anything, not always pretty feelings, but sometimes uncomfortable and icky feelings. They are always welcome. I was really touched by the movie The Substance, and I feel like that film really made me uncomfortable. It was the first time that in a movie theater I had to cover my ears, cover my eyes, because I couldn't stand myself in the chair. And that really inspired me to do quite of the same with cinematography and just different perspectives. But I want to spark you to use street videography as a way for storytelling. Street photography is a heavy storytelling of looking in the mountain life and being able to capture whatever comes towards you. And now I want to talk a little bit about music. Music is such an important element whenever you're making a film. One of my biggest struggles coming up with this film was finding music. The thing is, it's not always that you find good quality license-free songs. But luckily, I found Audio. Audio has a massive library with great quality songs and also sound effects for creators. Check my link below with the code SAVE70 for 70% off on your first year. And just start creating your next story now. By the way, all the music sound effects of this video was using Audio, so please check the link down below for your 70% year discount. And the last thing I want to share about using street videography for storytelling is that it can either happen two ways. You can either go out of your house with an idea or a plan in mind and record things on that area, hoping that will meet the expectation and feeling that you're trying to achieve. Sometimes it's not super complicated. For example, maybe something like I did, that I wanted to talk about life and death and look into specifics such as raw meat or dead fish. But you can also go out in the street, just bringing your camera, record a different amount of files and different amount of videos, go back and create your storytelling in the editing and understanding the vibe and feeling of how things were in the moment, depending on where you decided to record, what time in the day, and what was the weather. You can definitely tell multiple different stories. Is that okay if I take pictures of you guys? Yeah? Okay. It's really beautiful, the colors. Thank you. And the lights, yeah. I wasn't exactly with a shot list in my head, but I was expecting different actions inside of the environment I chose. Same happened with this film that you just watched. I went to the supermarket expecting to find people working, exhausted. That was sort of what I found. Of course, because those are scenes from the real life, they come with the organic reality type of feeling. So the editing, the music, the color, everything combined in the video helps to enhance the storytelling and the message that you want to bring. So never forget of those basic elements as well. And yeah, just give it a chance of telling stories with street videography. I believe that's a really easy, approachable way to develop your cinematography, your storytelling skills, and record something meaningful and beautiful. And I really wish that you enjoyed this film, and I hope I can see you in the next video.